Howdy, 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 my name is Anachi Sasuke. Welcome back to Let's Play Hiveswap FriendSim, Wiggle, Wiggle, Wiggle. So, it's been a little late since the last episode due to the fact that there was a, terrible heat wave happening where I live. But there has been a break in the heat wave. As of this recording, it is 1:11 in the morning on the East Coast, 4th of July, and I want to get out as many videos this week as I can, sleep be damned. The reason for this being, as of this month, as far as I'm able to check back on my YouTube channel, this month makes 2 years that I've been doing this. I started with Let's Plays, and then moved into Let's Read Homestuck, and then moved into Let's Read the SP Wiki, and then now I'm doing Let's Reads of comics and playing the Hiveswap FriendSim. Hopefully the Act 2 of Hiveswap comes out. I'll cover that too when I get the chance. But in the meantime, I've been doing this for 2 years. And I didn't want to not post anything for the first week of July, but it was 100 degrees in my bedroom for the last few days. So I couldn't do anything and expect to live. But now it's only 80 degrees in my bedroom. So I'm going to see how many things I can do. There's only going if I can do what I want to do. Today there's going to be this episode of Hiveswap, the next episode of Dreamkeepers, the next episode of Ava's Demon, and last Friday's episode of the SP Wiki. Because I've got enough Lackadaisy that I wasn't going on hiatus with that anytime soon. I've got enough prequel that I don't need to worry about that either. There's plenty of SCP Wiki, but my count is off for that for not doing an episode last week. And again, sorry for doing all this at the beginning of the Hiveswap episode. I just didn't want to do an update video because this is going to be the 600th video on my channel right now. And I wanted it to be this and not an update video. So, let's start. And the reason I wanted this to be be the 600th video on my channel for the time being, unless I delete some things, is because this is volume 6 of Hiveswap FriendSim, but it's also episode 12 of the Let's Play. 612! Haha! Armed with your fresh heaps of hard-won cultural knowledge, you continue on your journey. Blah 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 blah. Friendship blah blah. Cuprum and follicle, or follicle, it's probably cuprum and follicle. As usual, with the exception of L word, I cannot tell their genders, as usual. Let's see if it becomes clear as we go. Wandering deeper into the city, you wash up on the shores of what looks like a rougher part of town. Comparatively, everything about Alternia is rough, but down here the buildings get narrower, dingier. The buildings are run down. Streetlights flicker and the patrolling drones look less inclined to serve and protect and more likely to shoot you and claim it was self-defense. You haven't seen any tracks, but if you had, this place would definitely be on the wrong side of them. Again, emphatically, you don't know that, or what you're talking about. Everything you know has been gleaned from exceedingly painful trial by fire. But this looks like the sort of place no one cares about except the people who live there. A noisy group of trolls spills onto the street up ahead and you quickly duck behind a row of garbage cans. Those sure are this universe's condensation. You've recently become gun-shy around groups, especially since most of the guys look fancy and are wearing symbols in varying shades of blue. Not to generalize, but blue bloods are starting to freak you out. Everybody here messes with you, but the higher castes do it with a government sanction. These particular blue bloods all look as lost as you did several friends ago, gazing around in varying flavors of amusement and frustration. They glance nervously between each other and the looming buildings on either side. Oh jeez. Ha 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 ha! I cannot tell which one of them is laughing. Oh, it says Follicle's laughing, but I don't know which one of y'all that is yet. With a hot jolt of adrenaline, you realize you aren't the only person hiding in a pile of garbage. There's someone else. Two someones, actually. What you initially take as one large lumpy troll resolves on second glance into two smaller trolls, a girl and a boy. Wow, this music is loud. The girl is clinging to the boy's back like a very greasy sloth. Okay, well that clears that up. It looks like a pretty precarious position in your opinion. You've recently become an expert at falling. Okay, I'm turning the music down a little bit. Because someone told me the music was really loud in the last episode, so I did what I could. But I'm now realizing that Volume 6 in general just seems to be louder than the rest of them. Anyway. They're both skinny and stringy, and damn you thought the smell was from the garbage, but it might be them. Lol, blues just living their pathetic lives. Walking out their hives straight into our trap. Idiots never see it coming. Why? Are there extra words supposed to be here? Or is he just, like, gappy? You ask if they mean the trolls out on the street? Probably you should just mind your own business, but when the fuck have you ever done that before? Also, it's nice to see someone besides you getting mocked for once. You kinda wanna join in on the mocking? Who the fuck are you? Where'd you come from? A trash creature. Born out of trash. Oh. Well, so much for not getting mocked. These two are probably equal opportunity mockers, though. They mock everyone, kind of like Polypa had been with murder. They keep sniggering. You can't help thinking you're being called out. Fuck y'all! You put it to them offhandedly that perhaps it is they who are the trash creatures, since they are the ones who smell like they've been rolling in it for the past few days. For some reason, this makes them laugh even harder. Cooperum, check out the badass we got here. My face when freaky Colbait Nerdlord talks back. Why don't you run and cry about it? Yeah, go and tell your lusses on us. The girl tugs at the boy's hair, and then they're off, cackling and running up the street with a weird stumbling gait. They leave you all your lonesome fresh friendship opportunities withering on the vine. You probably dodged a bullet, but you can't prevent the oncoming. Game over. It's for the best. Okay, well that's one ending out of the way. Let's scramble on through there and get to the next one. Friendship. Them. Take it lying down. You never thought about what a weirdly sexual idiom that is. Regardless, you decide to swallow your protest. Hey, that's pretty sexual too. There's a gnat on my laptop. Get the hell out of here. Okay, you ain't paying rent. Thanks, English language. You don't want to start out a friendship with hostility? If you'd had parents, they would have told you that two wrongs don't make a right. You could argue it isn't worth trying to befriend people who are open with insults, but that's just how people are here. You gotta roll with it or get out of town. And since you literally can't go anywhere, you'll just roll. And you really want more friends. Addiction is a powerful thing. You admit you don't have a lussus and that you're pretty used to insults these days? You include an affected shrug to demonstrate just how easily everything rolls off your back. You added a contrite little kick at the pavement and hang your head even if you aren't quite sure what you did wrong. Lol, Rusty dunks on their own damn self. Don't have to do shit. This could be kind of relaxing for us. The girl turns her weird spidery face towards you. You should come hang out. Wait, what? You want to hang out with this bottom feeder? They look like a huge drag. I already have enough dead weight with your ass to drag around. Aw, man, you really hit the jackpot with these guys. 2 friends for the price of 1! To answer your earlier question that you may have forgotten you asked, Cuprum hacked their Palm Husk GPS to bring them down here. Idiots can't do shit without their fancy tech. The Blue Bloods are all arguing now. Somebody throws a punch. You figure it's a good prank if a little mean-spirited. Follicle stops yanking at Culprum's hair and looks at you. Or something. Cuprum. Alright, yeah, Cuprum. Wow, you really are pretty basic. Hey, Cuprum. She gives his hair another yank like it's Reigns and he's her horse. Cuprum grins, showing a bunch of big, blunt teeth. He raises a hand that crackles with white, hot energy. That is purple and yellow, but not white. Your stomach clenches and your feet leave the pavement just enough for your toes to drag along the ground as you float over to them. For a few seconds, you have zero control over your body. Cuprum lets you go and you land hard on your heels and hard enough on your heels to make your ankles twinge. One of the flickering streetlights shines down on Follicle's face. What you had initially taken as deep-set eyes are actually no eyes. They are black holes in her face. Looks super creepy and also super painful. Yeah, so what? You think I would just have eyes like some kind of normie? You would never accuse her of that. That isn't really a word you have in your lexicon. Lol. He keeps doing that, saying the word instead of laughing. It's actually a hell of a power play. Goddamn idiot doesn't know a case of void rot when they see it. Have you never met a gold blood before? You have? But you aren't sure if Sarava counts? They're an internet celebrity for one thing. For another, they have eyes. Well, one eye. And the other one wasn't lost to void rot, whatever the hell that is. You wonder if that's why she's on top of Cuprum? He's some kind of combination of steed and seeing eye dog. Void rot means my body doesn't retain energy like it's supposed to. Just look it up on Dorgle. It means I'm dying constantly. All the time. You almost point out that technically everyone is dying all the time, but you sense this isn't the moment for fake deep fuckery. That really sounds like it blows, though. You tell her how sorry you feel you are. What do you mean? Why would you be sorry? You didn't do anything. I know that feel. Besides, stand there, looking ugly. Idiot thinks it makes a difference. Like what they think actually matters. Lol. Can't wait for Trizza to take this one down to the coalfields for a little R&R. Rest and relaxation? That sounds nice, actually. Rampage and rendering. Ah! Not rendering. He's not rendering. Wow. And here was me thinking we could get through a whole conversation without bringing up precious Trizza. Well, Trizza rules. I love Trizza. I know, dipshit. You rack your recent memories trying to figure out if you know what a Trizza is? Or who? Trizza is basically the third member of this relationship, considering how goddamn horny you are. To get her cybernetic tentacles up in you. Wow. What? That's supposed to make me feel bad? Sounds great, actually. You watch too much Eastern Alternian pornography. It'll be way better than sitting around with you. Oh, it's sucking me dry. This sure is something that you're witnessing right here. Must be that black rom stuff Zebra had briefly filled you in on. Ugh, Zebra. You cock a hip and compliment them on the obviously incredibly healthy pitch romance they got going on here. Because as everyone knows, there's nothing two people in a lover's spat like more than someone interrupting them to spout random bits of cultural knowledge. That separates them. Metaphorically, at least. Physically, Follicle stays clinging to Cuprum's back. Wrong again, fuckballs. We're pale. So pale. Oh, pale, that's the nice one. The petting one? Where you talk about your feelings and then don't have sex? What? You got something to say? You guys don't seem to have your shit together. You mentioned just offhandedly, chill as hell. Maybe they might have a few things they need to work on, no pressure or anything. Just, this is the sort of stuff a helpful friend does. Mentions shortcomings and crappy relationship dynamics. Having friends is great. The light glitters on Cuprum's goggles, even as it is sucked into the black hole of Follicle's not eyes. You calling me out? You coming into my hive and spouting this shit? You point out that this is a trash heap, though you don't want to judge. He might have a trash hive. It's a figure of speech. Kind of like, go fuck yourself. Both of them look pissed, but Cuprum looks extra pissed. I know what this is. You're out to steal my girl. You really think you can give Fall what she needs? What she craves? He's making it sound like a fetish rather than a medical condition. Maybe it's both. You really want to come at me, motherfucker? The hairs on the back of your neck stand on end. That's how loud he yells. Or maybe it's the crackles of energy slowly emanating from his pores and budding like a sine wave. At first you think it's just you finally cracking under all the pressure, but it's really happening. The glow of white hot electricity that's still not actually white, it's actually purple and yellow, rolls up his arms and shoulders and into Follicle, where it travels over the length of her body and centers where her eyes should be. She shivers and lets out a short, slightly lewd sound. Her hands tighten in Cuprum's wild hair. Man, you really shouldn't be watching this, you're blushing something fierce. But, okay, you think you get what's going on, a kind of symbiosis. Or symbiosis, as it were. His energy overflows when he gets upset, and Follicle sucks up that energy to treat her void rod. He is her giant battery. You remember Siralva mentioning that powerful goblins have a tendency to get harvested for their energy? Maybe Cuprum is one of these powerful psychics. Ha! He wishes Trizza's gonna chew him up and spit him out. Then I'm really gonna have to find another sucker to leech off. Follicle's looking at you, considering, well, you aren't actually sure if she can see you. Definitely not with her eyes, since she doesn't have those. Maybe she's like a cricket? Don't they hear with their legs or some horse shit like that? What? This guy? Please. Sure, why not? I'm getting sick of your shit anyway. Oh god, are they breaking up right in front of you? Follicle crawls off of Cuprum's back and starts across the filthy alley floor towards you, scuddly and bug-like. And now instead of yelling, Cuprum is snickering. Actual laughter, not lulls. That's a good sign, right? It's great when friends can laugh together, especially when shit get awkward. You think you can power me the way I need? Whoa, she's right in your face. She really needs a shower. But you don't have room to talk about? It's been a long time since Tagora's evolution trap. Besides, judging someone based on their personal hygiene is shallow, right? It's what's on the inside that counts. Yeah, you're sure that's the sort of thing that makes you deep. Seriously, you have so much love to give. Friend love is what you're all about. Maybe this is all that desperation has been leading up to. The slow raising of your friendship level in order to reach this peak of unbelievable bro power. To free these young Goldblood from a codependent relationship, you've been conditioning your body, putting it through its paces, building up a tolerance to bullshit, just bathing in the metaphorical resonance. Follicle kisses you? Wow, that is friendly. Lots of people kiss their friends, you're pretty sure. Maybe? Yeah, you're super progressive. This is fine. You sort of wish the first alien tongue you had in your mouth didn't taste like Cheetos, but you can't have everything in this life. But holy shit, you're doing it. You feel a rush of energy flow through you, lighting up your whole body and pouring into Follicle, filling her to the brim with the power she needs, the power she craves. God, you are the best friend ever. It's you. You rock. You seriously, lol, are, lol, the best. Lol. Oh, son of a bitch. You feel something warm on the back of your neck, and Culprum is giggling right next to your ear. Somehow, while you were busy kissing his girlfriend, he snuck up from behind and started kissing you too. Well, more just putting his mouth on you and moving his tongue around. He must be feeding psychic energy into you, which Follicle is sucking out of your mouth. You seem like a goddamn copper wire. You could maybe be into it if you weren't behind a dumpster, and if you were looking for anything more than some good old-fashioned wholesome friending. Cuprum, fuck off, don't help. You aren't involved in this. Cuprum is still laughing, and he's added the lulls back in, which you like even less than when they're pressed against your neck. He steps back and the flood of energy lets up. You go from feeling like a light bulb to feeling like a steadily deflating balloon. Follicle kisses you again. It still tastes like Cheetos, but also like dying. Like your entire body has been placed in a juicer, and a giant is squeezing down. Your muscles twitch and drool drips out of your mouth, the corner of your mouth. Follicle must be the only thing holding you up, because when she steps back, you slump to your knees, then go down on your side. Your fall is broken by some old rotten fruit. Cool. Follicle stands silhouetted against the streetlight in all her greasy glory. Thanks, Normie. That'll hold me for maybe like the next 15 minutes. A fog closes in on you as you lie on that filthy pavement. Is it the fog of death or just impending unconsciousness? You don't know. One thing is for sure, though. It is not the fog of impending friendship. Game over. Okay, so that's another game over. Now it's time to either find the real ending, or if there's more than 2 game overs since there's more than one friend, so to speak. Let's try this again. Take it lying down. You guys seem like you have a wonderful, stable relationship, right? Glad you understand. You don't feel great about this? It's not cool to tell lies, especially not to your new friends, but it's also not cool to neg your rad new friend's relationship, especially when you don't know how the fuck any of this stuff works, and also when it gets your life force sucked out through an eyeless spider creature. Honestly, you should probably come up with some sort of mnemonic for just how little you know about anything at all. You don't even know what that means. Yidikewitimu. You'll workshop it. Lol, you actually seem okay. Obviously a huge normie freak, but okay. You wonder what kind of people Cuprum has been hanging out with if he thinks you look normal. At this point, you're, what, dressed in a bathrobe, sunburnt, slathered in sparkly lotion, and probably a bunch of other stuff you can't remember right now? His friends must look really wild. You hope whoever those friends will be your friends too. You aren't picky about looks. The group of blue bloods out on the street, maybe they could use some friends too? You're getting the vapors at just all the thought of all these potential connections. You start around the dumpster to find out. Cuprum grabs the back of your shirt. Where do you think you're going? Idiot tries to make decisions for themselves. The decisions are bad. Nobody's fucking surprised. Lol. You point out very respectfully that all these people look pretty lost and confused. You assume the prank is over now. Everyone can shake hands and go on as friends. This is idiotic considering what you've learned about Alternia up until now. Not a prank. This is war. It's not over until all of them are dead or crying. Well, okay. As long as you aren't the one dead or crying. None of the high bloods look too close to doing either, though. They're standing at a clump in the center of the street, nervous but fine. This is just a minor inconvenience, like a flat tire or a spilled cup of coffee. They've been lured into the slums by some greasy nerds, but Follicle and Cuprum don't seem to plan on doing anything besides watching and giggling. One of the blue bloods, a smallish girl with a cerulean symbol on her hair clips, is standing a little apart from the group, furiously texting. That feel when dirty blue blood girl starts losing her cool. Should have known one of them would crack. You aren't sure what's going on. Yaswook. Still not great. Wriggler is calling the damn drones. Usually high bloods wouldn't go running to them like that. Don't want to admit low bloods got one over on them. When do you get owned? They fucking own it. That could go on a t-shirt. Follicle and Cuprum seem bummed that their prank is going to end so fast with so little damage done, but isn't that the point of a prank? That everyone gets out of it relatively unscathed? Anything more and it becomes an assault. Overhead there's a whir to clank. Loud, but not loud enough to prepare you for the damn flying bus coming in for a landing out on the street. Holy shit! You don't think you've ever been so excited about public transportation? You are confident that continuing your ramble across this alien world is the best thing for you, but gosh, it will be nice to rest your feet for a little while. Even better, none of the trolls getting on the bus seem to have any money or travel passes. Perfect! You don't have any of those things either. You start around the trash pile again, and this time the two pairs of hands grab onto the back of your shirt. Dude, where the hell are you going? You quickly explain that you want to catch the bus before it takes off again. You have no idea how long it'll be before another one arrives. Follicle and Cuprum look at you like you're crazy. Well, Cuprum looks at you, and Follicle kind of looks off over your shoulder. Can you call it looking if someone doesn't have eyes? Listen, I know we make jokes about the intelligence of everyone around us. It's just our thing. But are you actually mentally handicapped? You can't just get on a chartered scuttle buggy. That's for cerulean and up. Maybe teal if they got a death wish. Ugh, this damn hemaspectrum thing again. You really need someone to sit down and explain exactly how all this works, preferably without calling you an idiot the whole time, or hitting on you. It just seems so arbitrary? At least the oppressive power structures from your planet make sense. Well, no they don't actually, but you're used to them, which makes them much better and more acceptable. You hang back as all the blue bloods get on the bus. It occurs to you that even though it was their prank that lured the blue bloods down here, Follicle and Cuprum had to watch it all unfold from behind a dumpster. They don't dare do anything head on. Not that you support just randomly attacking people on the street, but it is kind of fucked up that only a certain kind of violence is acceptable aimed in a very specific direction. Judging from how easily Cuprum picked you up with his brain, he could hold his own in a fight, no problem. The bus takes off, blasting a backdraft that rattles the empty cans and crumpled bits of garbage in the gutter. Stillness descends on the alley. Wow, that was anticlimactic. Cuprum said they were calling the drones, but a bus came instead. Maybe calling the drones can mean a whole bunch of things, like calling 911 can be a report of robbery, assault, or someone's leg falling off. Or that's what you think until you hear the distant but quickly closing pound of giant footsteps. They look upset. Fuck! Time to go! Follicle wraps her arms more securely around Cuprum and he takes off. Like, literally, takes off. At first you think he's wearing those shoes with the little wheels on the bottom, the kind kids wear to crash into stuff at the mall. But no, he's hovering a half-inch off the ground. You have to run to keep up with him, and your steps are distressingly loud on the pavement. A familiar weightlessness shoots through your limbs, settling in your guts. Energy crackles around you, picking you up off the ground and pulling you along behind them. He has enough power to carry both of you at once, all while carrying his girlfriend on his back. You don't know much about psychics, you the kid map, but that is pretty damn impressive. The three of you round a corner and you forget all about being impressed because you're too busy freaking the fuck out. You were so busy worrying about the drone coming from behind you that you did not consider the possibility of one closing in from the front. This one is smallish, but it's still a lot bigger than you, and a lot spinier, and a lot more endowed with dangerous lasers, and it's focused on the three of you instead of someone else. You, Follicle, and Cuprum make a similar noise. It goes a little bit like smash. The smash at the end comes from Cuprum picking up all three of you with his brain and tossing you, just as the drone shoots a laser out of his torso. It blasts the pavement where you've been standing into craggy, smoking chunks. You tumble feet over ass into the alley wall. A concerning pain twinges through your healing ribs, but you are just so used to injuries at this point you barely wince. What's more concerning is Follicle. The blast rips her off Cuprum and sends her into the opposite direction against the alley wall with you. She immediately curls into a ball like a pill bug with a lot of hair. She doesn't respond when you ask her if she's okay, and you aren't sure if you should touch her. You shouldn't move injured people, right? Especially not injured people with Void Rod. I'm fine. I'll live. Oh, fuck. The drone had a 50-50 chance of coming in your direction instead of cup rooms, and surprise! It did. It moves altogether way too fast for something that size. Are big things supposed to be slow? That's what video games taught you. Video games wouldn't lie, would they? Fuck. Shit. Hell. You've come all this way, dodged so many dangers, and made so many friends, and now you're just gonna get lasered by some huge spiky robot monster thing. Are they even robots? They look kinda organic. But so do, like, the couches here. But you digress. It's gonna kill you. But instead of dealing you a quick fatal blow, the drone stops in the center of the street. Its big ugly head swivels toward Follicle. Oh god. Is it possible you found someone more gullible than you are? Alternative definitely doesn't seem like a great place to be the weakest link. As usual, you are next to useless. All you can do is watch as the drone takes heavy steps towards her. Desperate, you kick a nearby trash can. You shout. You make as much noise as you can, trying to draw its attention. Once you have it, you aren't sure what you're going to do with it, but you aren't worried about that right now. The drone grinds to an uncertain halt. Its head slowly turns towards you, then back to Follicle. It can't make up its mind. Should it go for Void Rot or the noisy asshole? You look around for weapons while it's frozen in indecision. There's nothing here but empty bottles and tiny pieces of concrete. You are really a worthless wreck. Your new friend is about to get stomped or blasted or kicked with a giant metal leg, and all you can do is hop around like a maniac and smack a trash can. Fuck! Luckily, for once, you aren't the only one here. Your new friend already has a friend. You're really friend crashing here. Cuprum doesn't screw around. He rises up on a wave of crackling power, attacking the drone by, well, basically just putting his hands on its big ugly head and discharging as much energy as possible, frying whatever brainstem the thing has. You try to be at least a little bit useful and drag Follicle out of the way of the drone as it falls, but it doesn't fall, it just shuts down. The evil red glow of its eyes dies and it goes still. It becomes just a giant ugly statue of an alien robot in the middle of a filthy street. Cuprum drops like a rock, and before he's even out of the air, he's on his way to Follicle. He shoves you out of the way. Fall, are you okay? Please say you're okay. What the fuck, Fall? Follicle buries her face in Cuprum's chest, her two little fists clinging tight to his arms. Her shoulders rise and fall. She's taking huge breaths like she can't get her lungs to work right. Did trolls even have lungs? Probably call them something weird. Respiratory sacs, breath glands, suck sphincters. I'm fine, idiot. You had a snide comment all ready to go concerning appreciating your loved ones while you can before a big metal monster comes and squishes them, but sitting here watching Cuprum hold Follicle like he never wants to let her go, well, all your snide drains into a puddle at your feet. You don't know them. You don't know their life. Their relationship might not be the healthiest, but honestly, whose is? You've seen some really bad shit both here and back home. Hey, you okay, dork? Yeah, you really are, thanks to them. Hey! I'm not sure if this counts as him having made two more friends. It sounds like he just sort of acknowledged that they already are friends with each other and don't need him. But that was great. That was great. I like this volume. This volume was better than last volume. Well, last volume had the first girl. She was fantastic. Zebra can go eat a sack of fire dicks. A sack of fire dicks made of dynamite. Right to his throat, out his chest cavity. Fuck that guy. But anyway, this has been Anachi Sasuke. This was episode 12 of Let's Play. Well, it's basically a Let's Read. All I'm doing is clicking buttons and reading shit. But I've been calling it a Let's Play because it's on Steam and not a website. So, this has been episode 12 of Let's Play, the Hiveswap FriendSim. I can't speak for shit, probably because it's 1 o'clock in the morning. The next episode should be Volume 7, which should be coming out in a few days, and I should be getting that as soon as I can. So, if you liked it, a like and a subscribe will be groovy. If you didn't, you need to do either one of those things, and I will see y'all in the next one. Later!